At Mount Greenwood, they're using a couple of fields. This game being played at the St. Christina Diamonds. And we got Wish Forever playing Team SSA. How about that? Team SSA won their first game. And Wish Forever obviously won their first game. And here we are. So this is a charity event. We're glad to be out here. Wish Forever is the Andrew Weischer Foundation. And of course, Mike Trump putting in the Team SSA here. So here's the leadoff man, Johnny Holloway, and he grounds that ball foul down the third baseline. They are playing a 1-1 count today in this tournament. For those of you new to Chicago style 16-inch softball, you're seeing it correctly. No gloves, 60-foot bases, leadoff can't steal, and pitcher gets a drag step, one step left, right, or back, and now he swings on the reset, little fly ball, and that's caught by the center fielder, Cotto. Actually, I might have misspoke there. So here comes the second place hitter. 6-12 on the arc, 2 fakes or hesitation, third arm action must be to deliver the ball home, no fences. And there's a swing and a ground ball back to Paul Palke. They call him the Walrus. They say because he looks like a walrus. And 2 up, 2 down here.
Hey, Kylie, let's go, kid.
So we're glad you could join us. George Bliss showed you the Buddy Bear game against the Chicago Fire Department. And the third place hitter, Kevin Conley, hits a long foul ball out of play. So beautiful day now that the sun's going down in the shade, little breeze. Very pleasant, no humidity. The wind we have on this diamond right now pushing in from left field. So of course we will have more softball later, including the championship game. And there's a swing and a high fly ball to center. Center fielder going back. Dom Jacoby makes the catch. So I miscalled him Cotto, but that's Dom Jacoby, and we covered Dom when he was in high school. And it's always nice to see kids who played in CPS, Chicago Public Schools, continue on playing 16-inch softball. So again, Mike Trump put this team together and came in under the SSA banner. So first year they've run this tournament, it's a little different because they do have a variety of teams. There's an all-female team in the tournament, and there is also mixed teams, and then they have loaded teams. So being that it's the first year that they're running this event, we expect that they'll tinker with the format. So Morris Greco leads off, ground ball to third for out number 1. And of course, this is consolation 2-game guarantee. The teams that lost their first game are still alive. The loser of this game will be out of the tournament. And that's going to bring up Gardner Huff. Spent a lot of days here playing in the Sunday Church League. And Mann fouls out. So the SSA team scored 24 runs in the last game, off to a slow start here with the ground out and a swinging strikeout, as you can't hit a foul ball with 2 strikes. So we're a little biased today. Buddy Bear Car Wash, supporter of us, put a team in as well. So we wanted to make sure we got Phil and Mike's teams on the broadcast at least once. So here's Anthony Stacy. You might remember seeing him playing with Flashback. And there are a lot of major players that have taken the time off to be a part of the event. And Nicky and the White Sox did a terrific job. They gave teams and the players bracelets for the post-tournament party, and Anthony drives a hit to center. My voice is a little off. I'm fighting a sinus infection. So first base runner of the ball game. It brings up Jack Harrigan. So 2-out base runner for SSA. And there's a base hit by Harrigan. Stacy will get to third. Left fielder slipped a little on the throw. Wouldn't have mattered. So little 2-out rally. And here's Dominic Jacoby.
Hey, Jake, I follow you. I follow you.
Dominic currently playing with Los Barachos softball. And Dom drives it toward the gap. Right fielder started in, but the wind knocked it down a little bit. You got that cross breeze blowing across. You can see the flag there. And originally it looked like the right fielder took too shallow of a route, but the wind knocked it down and pushed it back toward him. So at the end of one, no score. So it's going to be 4, 5, 6 coming up. Kevin Callahan, Brian Pollock, Flynn Nagel for Wish Forever. There's Christine Bernhardt. Eberhardt.
Okay.
There she is, though. A legend. Christine, tell you, her mom was a pistol. But Christine, a big softball fan. We were going to get out this past Monday, and I had the sinus infection coming on, and Christine texted me they got rained out. We were going to show you some women's 16-inch. And because of these tournaments, Monday is a tough day for me. So here's Kevin Callahan, no score, top of the second here. So the White Sox did a great job. Every player got a wristband to get into the post-tournament party, and they got all kinds of food vouchers. They got all kinds of food trucks, gelato, hot dogs, and everybody got a coupon where they could go to any of the places to get food. And team that wins will get I believe, a White Sox skybox party, and second place team will be getting vouchers, and Paulie knocks it down, and they get Kevin at first, and they'll bring up Brian Pollock. Yeah, last week was rough, Nathan. And, I think there's a combination of that heat and that dust didn't help out at Country Club Hills and running around. I got to start getting more sleep, that's for sure. So there's a ground ball, and he drives it through the middle. So Brian Pollock, the first hit of the ball game for Wish Forever, brings up Flynn Nagel. So just walking around, we're running into a lot of people we know. And there's a little ground ball, and that sneaks through. It's going to be runners on the corner. And a little one-out rally here. And the top of the second brings up Jack Donegan. as we're looking for our first run of the ball game here. And there's a ground ball. Stacy over to second, throw to first, not in time. And I think I got Wish Forever's name spelt incorrectly on the scoreboard. But I thought I saw on the shirt that it was right. So Jack Donegan drives in the first run. Here's Zach Mahoney. 1-0. Top of the second. Mickey, this is the Nicky Lopez 16-inch softball classic. And there's a little ground ball up the middle, throw to first in time. So tough play made there by Eddie Gil Ramos for the third out. It's a nice play by Eddie Gil Ramos. And we head to the bottom of the two. Yeah, I think my problem, Nathaniel, is I burning the candle not only from both ends but in the middle too. So I'm on the ABs, so no cold ones, no alcohol. But I'm not a drinker anyway, so I'm not missing that. So here's Mike Trump leading off, bottom of the second for the SSA. So if I cough occasionally, I apologize in advance. So here's Mike. He slaps it. Tough hop. Mike hustling, just beats it out. Being a lefty definitely helped Mike on that play. It brings up Eddie Ramos, who made the nice play to end the top of the second. And Eddie walks the dog down the right field line. Trump will get to third. Eddie's going to get to second. Second and third, nobody out here. All right. I'm going to change that right now. And it's going to bring up Jeremy Fowler. Jeremy, hard ground ball. It sneaks through. One run is in. Eddie Gil Ramos will score. And we got a 2-1 ball game. And that brings up Paulie, and he walks the dog down the right field line. Jeremy Fowler's going to score, and it's 3-1 SSA. So we corrected the title. Thank you, Brian, for correcting me. I thought I saw a shirt where it was spelled Wish, but I'm glad we straightened that out. And here comes Jake McTeague. So the SSA here, little rally. If I'm not mistaken, nobody out yet. And there's a base hit by Jake McTeague. That's going to score Paul. And they take a 4-1 lead. So like I said, interesting in the spread of teams here in this event. You had an all-female team. You got a mixed co-ed teams. And then you got a few groups that really loaded up. Right fielder kind of fought it a little bit. And popcorn flies out for the first out. And that brings up the top of the lineup with Morris Greco. And there's a hard ground ball over to short. Little bobble. They can't get the fielder's choice. And it's first and second. Bottom of the second, Junior. 4-1 here. So brings up man. And there's a little roller to the pitcher. He'll go to first. And they get the out. 2 outs. Second and third now.
Go ahead.
That brings up Anthony Stacy. And you know, it's always interesting when you come to events like this because, you know, you tend to play teams that don't know you and you don't know them. And sometimes early in a ball game, you can take advantage of that. I used to tell my guys when we played out-of-state teams or teams in events that we didn't normally see that it was like stealing. And you could go to your best ball because the other guy doesn't know what your best ball is. So 2 outs, second and third here. Anthony Stacy looking to add 2 more, and he pops it up the elevator chute. Center fielder's there, little basket catch. But we'll head to the top of the third, 4-1 SSA. The SSA was a little crafty. They were in the other dugout in the sun in their first game, and their game finished before Wish Forever, and they switched dugouts to sit in the shade this game. So it should be Mike, looks like Crago, Jordan Hassan, and then the top of the lineup with Johnny Holloway. And of course, very interesting dynamic going on, talking to a couple of the teams. Little ground ball to short. Harrigan makes the play for out number 1, and somebody bombed the ball onto this diamond from the other field. That's a pound. Little solo home run. And some of the guys that were putting teams together, because it's such a, here's Jordan Hassan. And they were saying and there's a line drive. Well, Nathan, this is a charity event. The White Sox charities are involved, and they got a couple other. What the White Sox charities do is they run events or they get involved, and then they distribute money to various charities.
Send it to somebody to watch it? Send it to somebody to watch it?
What do you mean?
Is there a website to watch it?
Yeah, you can go to Facebook, and then in the little eyeglass, and there's a line drive right at Harrigan for out number 3. Okay, go to that little search thing.
Yep,
Okay, search the @ sign.
Okay.
SSA softball.
Awesome.
And no, one word, at SSA softball.
Yeah, I had it.
Yeah, spell check. It's a little screwy.
SSA softball.
Slow Pitch Softball Association, same thing. Yeah, yeah.
Let's see what it is. There we go.
Yeah, that one.
Nice.
So, got a fan wanting to know where we were at. So the White Sox will have various charities that they will distribute money to. So we head to the bottom of the third. And leading off is Jack Harrigan, the shortstop. And that's why we do it, folks. We love coming out to various events and exposing people to the live stream. And generally, they get pretty excited when they're on. There's a rocket one hopper. Third baseman right off the hip made the catch. And you can see where the shadows are. He was kind of looking at the sun a little bit. But he made the play. So here's Dom Jacoby. So a lot of guys were saying they were having trouble, trying to load up. There's a ground ball. Third baseman having an inning. Makes the second play. So you might want to have a memo. He might not be the guy you want to hit it at. And 2 outs, nobody on now for Mike Trump. Mike plays for Goodwood. And there's a little pop up the other way. Could be trouble. No, the shortstop makes the play. So they go 1-2-3. We'll head to the top of the fourth, 4-1. And it should be Dan Crone, Kevin Connolly, and Kevin Callahan. So they were saying they were having trouble because, of course, Papa Hops is tomorrow. And you want to tune in late, especially when we get to the championship game. It is a spectacle, and there will be between 3,500 and 5,000 people out, and it will be late. They'll start with 32 teams and 3 different parks, and they'll play until it's over, finishing up out at Kennedy. If you're planning on going out there to watch, get out there early. Parking dries up in a hurry. So here's Dan Cronin, and he flips it down the line. A lot of fans, and the crowd is booing. The older guy's sitting in a chair. He can't believe he dropped it. And one of the women in the group said, hey, if you need a backup, he's ready. But after he dropped that pop-up, I don't think he's going to get the call. So reset here. And there's a hard ground ball. And Eddie Gil Ramos got a little tied up there. Ball skipped on him, got into his body and lower feet and couldn't handle it. So here's Kevin Connolly. So leadoff man on here. And he hits a towering fly ball. And the left fielder caught it. Strong throw, but offline. That was interesting. There's a little bit of a sun out there. He actually came in. And in a weird way, it helped Morris Greco because the ball got above the sun. And he was able to backtrack and make the catch. So here's the big third baseman, Kevin Callahan. Bats lefty, throws righty. And there's a bomb into the gap. Jacoby gets to it. Strong throw in, but offline. And Wish Forever scores their second run on the double tag. Now, Dom's a young player. He's trying to throw the guy out at third. What he needs to do there is hit the cutoff man. Because if he tries to go, you got a shot at the plate, but the throw was offline. Here's Brian Pollock. And there's a little ground ball over to Jeremy Fowler. But Wish Forever creeps a little closer at 4-2. And the SSA would like to thank the hospitality from Nicky and Bobby Lopez, the White Sox, Nicky's agent Adam, and Jamie, who we dealt with in putting our teams in the event and for making us feel right at home. So it's going to be Eddie Gil Ramos, Jeremy Fowler, and Paul the Paulrus Palkey. And there's a slash off the third baseman. Leadoff man on. So here's Jeremy Fowler now. Jeremy was a member of the All-Geo team last summer. Way off the plate. Be interesting to see if he tries to punch this down the right field line or not. Hits it right at the short center, and they get the fielder's choice. So that was an odd setup. He was way off the plate and deep. He tried to pull his hands through from where he started. That was going to be a difficult swing because you can't open up your front hip. So here's Paulie. So I'm not sure if he just flew open there. And Paulie goes the other way, and they'll take the out at first. Does move Fowler into scoring position. And there's another bomb coming over here into the field. So that team down there, I think the relay throw in hit the umpire in the back. So Jake McTeague a chance to recoup the run that Wish Forever got in the top half of this fourth inning. And he hits a fly ball toward the gap. Right fielder's there. A little confusion as the left fielder from the other diamond was kind of in the way there. The left fielder from the other game had to move right as a guy was hitting a one-hopper right in front of him. So these are the St. Christina fields, a little separate from Mount Greenwood. This is private property owned by St. Christina, and they run a lot of fundraisers and one-day events out here. And like I said, I played in a church league out here many years when my regular softball schedule permitted. It was a 30 and over league. Played with the St. Linus team. So here's Flynn Nagel, and he hits a ground ball right back to Paulie for out number one. Brings up Jack Donegan. And he swings and hits a rocket into left. Greco gets on it. He'll hold him to a single. So he just kind of turned and burned. Brings up Jack Mahoney. And the White Sox they're doing a 50-50, I believe. And they got people walking all of these diamonds. And there's a little roller to Paulie, and he throws it to nobody in particular. Short center and second baseman were together. They get a little loose with the softball, 4-3.
Hey, crap, let's go.
Should have been a routine fielder's choice. Brings up Mike Kragle. So I'm not sure what the confusion was there Eddie Gil Ramos was standing on the bag. There's a little grounder, and they'll get out of the inning. But it's a 4-3 ball game. Oh, sorry, my bad. Runner did move to third.
Hey, let's go, base it.
Brings up Jordan Hassan. And you can see the left side of the infield. They're all raising their hands, trying to block the sun. And there's a little punch. That's going to tie the ball game. We got a 4-4 ball game. So 4-4 in the fourth. 2 outs, and now you got the top of the lineup with Johnny Holloway. So poor defense fighting the SSA here. And there's a line drive off of Fowler. Runner will get to third, throw to the plate. A good one by Mann, but the base runner running all the way after it got deflected makes it to second. So here's Dan Cronin. Tie game at 4. Runners at second and third with 2 out. Big spot in the ball game here. And Wish Forever, ground ball, Fowler can't handle it. And Wish Forever takes a 6-4 lead.
That's Danny Cronin.
So big lead. Brings up Kevin Connolly, so now the road graders are coming up. Wish Forever's exploded here. Sky high pop up, everybody chasing it. And Jake McTeague took a crazy route for it. He ran about 6 feet too long. And right now it's the defense that's hurting the SSA team. So Wish Forever gaining a little confidence here. And there's a high fly ball. Man, long run, makes the catch. Nice job by Mann, that little breeze pushing it away from him. So Connolly flies out, but in the inning, Wish Forever takes their first lead of the ball game. Nice job, man.
Let's go, boys. Let's go ahead. Come on, pick me up.
So now we'll see what exactly the SSA team is made of. And it looks like it's going to be 11-1-2, Popcorn, Morris Greco, and then the guy that just made the nice catch to end the inning, Mann. Bottom fourth. So we're in the top of 5? Bottom 5. Okay, so somewhere along the line, my math was off. So right now, if you're SSA, you'd like to have Popcorn chip in here, get on base, and let the top hopefully go to work. You don't see that often in a lot of these tournaments when they bring out local type umpires. You usually get a little bit more leeway on the top of the strike zone. And he dreaded leadoff walk for Popcorn. And he finds himself on base. No worries. So now I'm holding sunglasses for guys, which next I'll be selling popcorn. So they do have courtesy runners, nothing unusual in charity events. And here's Morris Greco, the leadoff man. And there's a line drive base hit for Greco. And you could kind of see the third baseman kind of waved at it, but I don't know if he saw it right away. He's kind of shaking his left hand. I think he might have just got the tip. And here's man. So trailing by 2. Here in the bottom of the 5th, the SSAs put their first 2 base runners on. And man, a little ground ball, and it's going to sneak through. McTeague will score. Greco is flying. He's going to try it, and he'll tie the game up. Morris Greco, an outfielder, we know he can run a little bit, scores all the way from first, and we're tied at 6. Man just guided it through the biggest hole on the infield, and it brings up Stacy. So the leadoff walk does come around to score. And there's a sky-high pop-up, long run. Everybody chasing it. Right fielder got there, and then it went off of him, and they're going to call it dead. So they're going to let Stacy stay at third. Umpire felt he would have got there anyway. Another run scores, and the SSA reclaims the lead at 7-6. It brings up Jack Harrigan. So the SSA, after being a little passive with the sticks, fell behind and answered very well. And there's a one-hop shot. It is going to score another run. Stacy was creeping off a third. When he saw the shortstop was going to throw it across, he went ahead and scored. So the SSA's plated 4 quick runs here. And there's a long one toward the gap. That'll be caught for out number 2. Dom Jacoby flies out to his counterpart in center field. And it brings up Mike Trump. Wish Forever, though, looks a little feisty today. And that's why I like these events. You never know. And Trump, a little chopper. And I'd like to think Mike Trump, that ball was coming right for Gio, but he got in the way. As the pitcher had to turn and throw awkwardly. Mike Trump took it right in the back, but he seems okay. 2-out base runner now for Eddie Gil Ramos. And Eddie Gil Ramos, very good friends with Nick Burt. I'm surprised he's not out here. So Eddie being a little patient here. Jeremy Fowler on deck. And there's a cut shot caught by the big man. She extended all the way. You're welcome. And he makes the catch. So it's going to be Kevin Callahan, Brian Pollock, and Flynn Nagel as we head to the top of the 6th inning, 8-6, SSA. A little back and forth going on here at the Nicky Lopez 16-inch softball classic. If you didn't catch it, we had a nice interview with Nicky Lopez earlier today and a little bit of a live look-in. And had a couple other interviews. So here's the big third baseman, Kevin Callahan. 4-5-6, good spot if you're Wish Forever here. Trailing by 2. And there's a little ground ball to Jeremy. He sits on it, and that's out number 1. Well, the tournament is based out of Mount Greenwood, which is right off of 111th, a couple of blocks east of Pulaski. And there's a ground ball sucked up by Paul, and he'll make the catch. That'll bring up Flynn Nagel. And there's a hard ground ball off of Eddie Gil Ramos, and Jeremy Fowler was trying to catch it off the deflection. It's a good thing he bobbled that because Eddie was in the way. If he'd have thrown it where he would have caught it, he would have ear-holed Eddie. So here's Jack Donegan. 8-6 ball game here. And there, Stacy got up, knocked it down, couldn't make a play. Brings up Zach Mahoney. Tyne runs on base here. Top of the 6th inning. And there's a fly ball that's going to be well out of play. Big Tree will keep it here. Otherwise, that ball would have rolled down 111th Street. Here's a couple of fans. Always got to show the dogs. The dogs are good luck. So we got a reset here. And there's a little flare. Morris Greco makes the catch. So they strand 2 as we head to the bottom of the 6th, 8-6. So Zach Mahoney, a little opposite field fly ball. And right now, if you're the Wish Forever team, you're thinking you want to hold the game right here. You don't want to give up any more runs. You don't want to make your 7th any tougher than it already is going to be. And if you're SSA, you're looking for a couple of insurance runs. Fowler, little ground ball just inside the line. Jeremy's going to head to second. And he took a big aggressive turn there. It wasn't the best throw in, but it was at least on line. So Jeremy Fowler leads off with a double. And it brings up Paulie.
Not everything about you playing.
Aside from one inning where the SSA was a little loose with the softball, it's been a well-played game defensively. And there's a walk. So that'll put a couple of base runners on for Jake McTeague. Popcorn on deck. Of course, we'll be all over the place this weekend. Papa Hops tomorrow, Class B, playing for Peace National Championship Tournament put on by the SSA Saturday. High pop-up, and it drops. Fowler is going to score. Paulie will get to third. So Wish Forever thought the ball was foul. Umpire called it fair. That's why when you can get to it, you got to get to it. I think they thought it was foul. They were just going to let it go. Pickoff attempt. Nothing materializing. And here's Popcorn. And he skies one to right. This should score another run. And now they make a mistake and they throw home, and that's not only going to allow the 10th run to score, but it also allows Jake McTeague, who wasn't going anywhere, to go to second. And you know how Gio hates giving up real estate. Top of the lineup, Morris Greco. So 10-6, SSA doing what they needed to do, picking up a little insurance here before the 7th. And there's a hard ground ball off the third baseman. McTeague is going to score, and Morris Greco heads into second. Hey, Gene, I would love for you to post a little bit about the foundation and what it's all about. I think fans out there might be interested. Feel free to do so. And here's Mann, hard overhand cut. Another run's going to score, so the SSA kind of breaking this one open a little bit. Still one out here. And brings up Anthony Stacy. And Stacy tries to go big. That ball's going to be way foul. I'm going to grab a quick swig of water, folks. I'll be right back. So here's Anthony. Now he delivers a base hit. Mann's going to get the third. They're going to wave him home. And that'll be 13. Still only one out here. He brings up Jack Harrigan. And he hits it to the third baseman. They'll go the short way. The relay in time. Pitcher's best friend, the double play, ends the inning. And we head to a do-or-die top of the 7th. (13 to 6). Wish Forever needs 7 to keep the game alive. 8 to take a lead. Anything else, and the ball game will be over.
Yeah, it seems a lot closer than it actually is.
And I do like these tournaments because a lot of these teams, win or lose, they really enjoy themselves. And can see Wish Forever. They got, looks like a couple of dads, a couple of wives, girlfriends. You got, so this is Mike Crago. And we see a couple of the teams that played and lost just hanging out, watching games here at St. Christina. And there's a sky-high pop-up. Eddie Gil Ramos makes the catch for out number 1. And they'll bring up Jordan Hassan.
You know that was.
I'm looking at a weird angle, man. As I like to say, you can always rewind the tape. So here's Jordan Hassan. And there's a swing and a line drive, and Greco drops it. He was looking into the sun. You could tell he was struggling. Safe underneath the tag. And that's a risky move down 7, but it makes it.
Yeah, it looked like maybe like something.
Gene, I'm going to tell you, sometimes there's a little pop-up. Greco will make the catch. Facebook will automatically block posts with websites, but I'll read it off for you out there if you want to check them out. Play the Kerrigan. I'll stay here. www.wishforever, WEISH, the number 4 ever.org. So if you're interested in knowing more about the foundation, check it out online. Every little bit helps. So there you have it. After slow start, SSA rallied. They were down by 2 in the latter half of the ball game. They ended up coming back and winning 13-6. So we're going to click off. We'll be back with more softball later. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Follow the page.